Okay, we're back with you here. The Brown Beauty is back on duty. It's time for the Jesse T Show, and I have a special guest for us today, and he wants to do something here that he always wanted to do. So we're going to start it off just a little bit differently than we normally do. So I'm going to let this young Eddie Hernandez do his thing, baby. Go ahead.
Thank you, Jesse. Okay, ready?
Yep. Absolutely.
Good afternoon, Los Angeles. I'm here with your host, Jesse T, filming from the live Jesse T Show.
That's pretty good, man.
Thank you.
I think the late night TV talk shows are going to have some competition here for the announcers.
Of course.
But you got to get it really big and round because all those guys, the announcers, they're all portly fellas. They're all kind of heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're far from being heavy, that's for sure. Hey, we're here back with you. It's good to be with you guys on the Jesse T Show on the air and everywhere from the community to the world on Facebook.com/Jesse Torero. Also on our foundation here at The Power of Voices at www.thepowerofvoices.com. And YouTube channel, Jesse Torero, and we want you to go there and sign up and become a member and subscribe. It's free because some lucky somebody I'm going to take to the Oscars with me as we're going to be on the red carpet of the 4th annual Roger Neal pre and post dinner and Oscar after party at the Hollywood Palladium, baby. That's right. And somebody's going to be hanging out with us on the red carpet. So I want you to go and sign up to be a member and subscribe at Jesse Torero on YouTube, okay? And we can't forget to say hi to all our friends on Twitter and Instagram and LinkedIn and G+, Google+, and Twitch and all kinds of places on 25 of your top social network TV stations in our online radio group. Good to have you along. We have a young man, or I should say a young lad. A young man here who has been an actor for many, many years, even though he hasn't been around a long time. He's been acting a long time, or maybe acting up if you ask his mom and dad. I don't know. Are you been acting up? This is Eddie Hernandez, everybody. Woo! Eddie! What's up, buddy?
Oh, life's great.
Yeah, it sure is. It seems great to you. You have a magnificent and charismatic and electric personality.
Thank you.
I walked into the studio today, and he was just alive with energy and a smile. That smile is infectious, man.
Yeah, I was just happy I was eating a Snicker, so.
Ah, you raided our Snicker basket, huh?
Yes.
Well, I'm glad you did it and not me, because I'm usually the one that's raiding the Snicker basket, and I'm not supposed to eat sugar and candy or have sodas or anything like that. That's what happens when you get to be a little bit older. Yes, I've been around since the Dead Sea was alive and Moses walked the place of the planet Earth. And the Salton Sea in Utah used to have fresh water in it. Yes, I'm one of those ancient ones. But you're young and you're happening, man. Your career is popping, man.
Thank you.
What's up with that? How did that all happen so fast?
Well, let me tell you a story. So, I was in Taekwondo. After I did my black belt, my parents put me into salsa.
Get out of here. Wait a second. Wait. Whoa. Time out there. You're a black belt in Taekwondo?
Yes, I am.
Really? Wow, that's fantastic. How long did it take you to become a black belt? Because you're about 12, right?
Yes.
So how long, when you first started Taekwondo martial arts, did it take you to become a black belt?
So I started when I was 3, and I was a black belt when I was 6 years old. So it took me 3 years.
Wow, you went through it fast.
Yes, I did.
You like high kicking. Yeah, well, when you're young, you can stretch. Your body can still do those things.
Yes.
You're like Eddie Reyes Jr. Remember him? He was a child actor who became he was in the movie with Kurt Russell and the movie about Chinatown. And boy, he could kick high. Can you kick high?
Well, I used to.
Yeah.
But I took a break after I was in Broadway and stuff like that.
Right.
But now I'm just returning back.
Well, Bruce Lee studied salsa. In fact, he was a cha-cha champion in Hong Kong. So, that kind of gave him that dexterity and that silky smooth movement. Yes. And that brings out the Taekwondo. So did you find salsa easy to do after all the stretching and stuff in Taekwondo?
Yes and no, because I had to learn the basics first.
Mm-hmm.
and like that was a little hard
Right.
to get into my body, you know. And so,
Yeah, boy, the girls are gonna love you, man.
thank you.
Taekwondo and salsa. You're gonna create moves they never thought about. Isn't that the truth, man? Wow. So you like salsa?
Yes, I love
Yeah.
it. It's my passion.
You like to dance, don't
Yes.
you? Now, when was the first time that you were on Broadway? Did you do the off-Broadway thing first?
No, I was on Broadway when I was 8 years old,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, since I was 8 years old.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, you just showed up one day to audition for a play, and they said, "Bang, he's it. We got him."
I did this commercial for PETA,
Okay.
and the producers
Uh-huh.
contacted Gloria and Emilio Stefan,
Right.
and they contacted us to do an audition, and that's how I did an audition, and they got me, and that's how I was on Broadway.
God, you got to audition in front of Gloria Estefan?
Yes.
Oh, wow. How terrific was that?
Yeah.
Kind of heart was pounding a little bit. Yeah, she's so talented. I remember way back when she first got started. It's amazing how she's come along. She's just one of the best.
Yeah, she's a beautiful person. She's very humble. Like also with Emilio Stefan.
Yeah.
When I first met her, it was like if she knew me for like years. When I first
Right.
met her, she was like, "Oh my God, baby, how are you?" I'm like, "You know me?"
Right. Wait a
Yes,
minute. Did you
so-
know my mom? Did you guys go to school together? Wait, my
Yeah.
mom's not. You're older than my mom.
So yeah, I mean, she's a very humble person.
Right.
Super nice.
So what kind of role did you have to sing and dance and act at that audition, or was it
I had
mostly
a-
acting?
I had to act, and then they asked me to dance.
Right.
And they asked me to sing, and I had to play his son,
Right.
Naib,
Right.
and then I had to play young Emilio from when he came from Cuba to
Right.
Miami, and I had to play a bar mitzvah boy.
Wait a minute. You in this play that was on Broadway. What was the name of the play?
On your feet.
On Your Feet. You had to play not one part, not two parts, but three different roles.
Yes.
What a stretch. You know, most actors would find that overwhelming. They would say, "Oh my goodness, how am I going to play three different roles?" But you just kind of jumped into it, man. Was it a big stretch for you, or was it pretty easy?
It was pretty easy because not just the fact that it was really easy, but it was because I mean that's what I like to do. That's my
Right.
passion. I like to act. I like to dance. I like to sing. You know,
Right.
so it wasn't really as hard for me.
Right. So it just kind of fell right into
It just felt
routine.
right. Yeah.
Were you doing that stuff when you were a little boy, like 5, 6, 7 years old at home? Were you doing all that stuff,
Like dancing?
dancing and singing, or do you come from a musical family?
No, I just like so I've been doing karate since I was a little boy.
Right.
Dancing I always loved since I
Right.
was a little boy.
Mm-hmm.
Singing was actually after it was actually during Broadway. So
Right.
and I started acting. Well, actually, I didn't know I didn't know that I was like meant to act.
Right.
But when I did the audition and then I was starting to do shows, I was like,
Mhm.
I told my dad, "Dad, I think like I like that acting. I enjoy it. I think
Right.
I want to do this for the rest of my life." And so
Wow, that hit you hard, real young, huh?
yes,
You know, you get bit by this entertainment bug and it never leaves you. See, that's the problem. When you get bit
Oh,
by
yes.
it never goes away. It's like a virus that takes over your body inside, and you could be 12 or you could be 112, man. You still want to
Never.
do it. It never goes away, no matter what you do in life. You just never want to stop doing that. It's always something that just attacks the nervous system of people that get involved, and
yes,
especially when you get involved young. I started out very young too, as well. And you just never want to stop. I mean, even though you do other things in life, because life does. But if you're fortunate to be able to only do this, then you're one of the very fortunate few. What was it like to walk out on stage and get in front of a house of 1,500 people looking at it? Because Broadway, those are the big theaters.
yeah. So it was very not just emotional, but I was very happy because the
Was it
best thing.
scary?
No, because I've been performing
Right.
before Broadway. But the best thing about going on that stage is that the audience, they're laughing with you, they're singing with you.
You can
they're-
actually feel the audience.
yeah, they're
can't you?
dancing with you. So I think that's, for me, personally, that's the best thing for a performer to go on stage.
Right.
For me, that's what I like.
You really get a chance to feel what the house is like when
Yes.
you're on stage, don't you?
Yes.
It's different every night too, isn't it? or is it pretty much the same? Do you kind of feel?
I mean, every night is just more like
Yeah.
more entertainment, more
Yeah, right.
like more cheers, you know,
Yeah, yeah,
more excitement.
yeah. How fun! How fun was that? Was that your only Broadway play, or do you have others as well?
I did it like in off Broadway
Hmm.
called Really Rosie.
Yeah. Now tell me about that.
Like what do you like?
Well, I'd like to know what that was about and how did it go compared to the Broadway experience. And now you're going off Broadway. You're going into a smaller theater.
No, actually a bigger theater. It was like 2,000 seats.
Oh my goodness! But it's a block and a half off Broadway. That's why they
Yes.
call it off Broadway.
Yes.
So what was that like?
Oh, it was just an amazing experience. The whole cast.
Right.
We were just like one big family, and like I said before, the best thing to me was like when I went on stage, I heard. For me, the compliment was hearing the audience laugh,
Right.
sing with us.
Was it a musical too, as well, or was it just a drama?
It was like musical.
Well, a musical.
Musical.
So you got like music, in your bones, right?
Yes, I like to play the guitar, the piano. I like to sing. I like to dance. You know.
Wow. And you like to kick some butt.
Yes.
Taekwondo, baby. Now, you're going to school and all this, and Broadway do they have teachers out there for you that help you, during your study time and for your study time? And because, when you're doing a play, I mean, that's like whatever the run is, you're focused 10, 12 hours a day. I mean,
Yes. So at like the beginning,
Right.
when we were actually on Broadway,
right,
I had to take some time off of school because of like tech rehearsals,
right,
stuff like that.
yes,
But
exactly.
then then we just started going with the shows and stuff.
Right,
That's when I could like go to normal
right,
school.
right,
And then on Wednesdays I just had to leave early
uh-huh,
because it was a double show.
right.
And then if I missed school for like for a whole day, I
Uh-huh.
would actually do school in the theater.
And they pretty much understand that in New York, don't they? Because a lot of people are into theater and the arts, and a lot of schools understand that when young actors, or actors for that matter,
Yes.
they have to have some time off. So it's like a legitimate thing. I mean, if you were in Phoenix, Arizona, taking time off to go study plays, the teachers would probably say, wait a second, no, that's not going to happen. Wait a minute, maybe not. But you're in New York, so the schools they kind of know that their students that get involved in this
Yes.
need the extra time to do that. Well, that's kind of fun. How do the kids at school teach you? Are you like the star? I mean, come on now. Come on, tell me the truth. You're 12. I mean, come on.
At first they thought, oh my God, I had the signature and stuff. But then now, I don't like to brag,
Right.
like saying, oh, I'm on Broadway and stuff like that.
Right.
So I just like that everyone just treats me the same. Nobody
Right.
treats me like
Special,
Special, you
right,
know?
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Do you miss going into like Taekwondo, because that's a sporting activity? Do you miss competition and stuff like that? Do you
Like
see yourself,
Taekwondo?
doing competition in Taekwondo in the future, in martial arts?
Well, I miss it, yes, but I'm also like training at home, you know.
Right, right.
And
Who's your sensei,
well,
or
Right.
who was?
who was like
Yeah, where you got your black belt at? Do you remember?
Ramiro? That's
Or
his
you
name.
know? Okay, cool.
But right now, my sensei is like my dad.
Right,
He's very inspiring.
right,
He pushes me to success,
right.
you know.
Is your dad in the martial arts as well?
Yeah, he's a black belt also.
Wow.
My brother's actually a second degree black
Wow.
belt.
So you guys are like the fighting clansmen, the
Yes.
Hernandez clan, man.
Yes.
It's like there was a group of guys growing up when I was a teenager, well, actually in Sun Valley, in Pacoima, and they were known as the Euclides family, and Layla Euclides was the first champion out of there, and she was a woman, and she was the first woman's kickboxing and fighting champion, and then
Oh, wow.
Benny Euclides, Benny the Jet, he was a 8-time world champion.
In
In
Boxing?
kickboxing and
Wow.
kickboxing and fighting. And then there was Arnold Euclides and the whole Euclides family. And I remember when we were kids growing up in the neighborhood that we get in our fights and whatever. But when we heard that one of the Euclides brothers or sisters, one of the Yukita's family members are going to show up, we all split really fast because they were some tough guys, the
Yeah, you
whole
wanna mess with
friggin'
them.
family. And if the whole family showed up, you got the heck out of there and never
gotta-
came back because too many, man. Talk about kung fu fighting, man. I'm absolutely right. So do you miss, when, you know, with what you're doing, do you miss being in New York? Because you're out here on the West Coast now and you're starting to do a lot more Hollywood stuff.
No, well, I don't miss New York because I'm always there.
Yeah.
Always doing auditions.
So you're going back and forth? Right.
Well, I live in New York.
Oh, you still live there with your family?
Yes, I'm just
Okay.
here. So.
You're just here right now. Are you here for any special reason? Is there a play coming up
Interviews.
or interviews and stuff like that?
Yes.
Very cool, man. That's
Thank
very cool. Now, what have you done on TV that we can see you in, or commercials? You were telling me you did Sesame Street when you were a kid.
Yes. Well, no, I did Sesame Street this last December.
Right.
It came out this December,
Right.
like 2018 December,
Mm-hmm.
and for New Year's, and then I did a pilot
Uh-huh.
called Public Trouble. I can't really get into
Well,
it.
don't get into it. Don't get yourself in trouble. You don't want to violate that
yeah.
NDA.
It was just about dogs, you know.
Oh, how nice.
And then I did a.
You got a
a
dog,
show.
right? You
Yes.
got a dog. What kind of dog you got?
It's a Yorkie Terrier.
Those dogs, like we were talking, man, they're a bundle of energy. They just never stop.
Yeah.
You know, right, absolutely. So the dog show you did, we can look forward to that sometime coming out this year.
Yeah, like spring maybe.
Very nice.
And then I did Mozart in the Jungle.
Uh-huh,
I was like the son
uh-huh,
of Gael Garcia
yeah.
because
right.
he was having a dream of having a
Right.
taco shop.
Right.
And then actually the woman who
Mhm.
played my mom was actually my mom in On Your Feet, so that was actually a coincidence. And the girl.
Well, you'll find that, you know,
Yeah.
you'll start seeing people, the longer you're in the business, you'll see them here, haven't seen them for a couple of years, and you'll see them, you know, there, and working together. It's just, that's what happens. It's a small world as you go up the
Yes.
ladder, as they say. Everybody kind of knows everybody in some respect. You did also the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or something like
Yes,
that?
for
What was that?
Nickelodeon.
Yeah, what was that about? Nickelodeon's cool.
Yeah. So it was just like about like the finding the TV shows and then like Ninja Turtles popping out of the TV. I was like, whoa, cool. You
Were
know?
you able to highlight and show off some of your Taekwondo moves?
No.
Ah,
It was just a voiceover. That's right.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. That's cool.
I also did this series, an
Uh-huh.
episode on Comedy Central called Tarantino.
Yes.
It's just about like comedy and politics.
Right. Very cool, man. So that's kind of neat. You speak Spanish and English both.
Yes.
It has really exploded, the Spanish and English entertainment marketplace in America. It really, really exploded. So your timing couldn't be better. And I remember when I was down in Brownsville, Texas. Oh, this is way back before you were born, 1989. And I first heard Spanglish
Spanglish.
mixed together. English, Spanish, English, and like every other word, and it was just, and this whole language of words I hadn't even heard of before because they were mixed up, Spanish and English.
Like they were
words.
created here in in California, right?
Yeah, and when I was I was like, it just mesmerized me. I said, that is going to be very, very popular in 20 to 30 years. And sure enough, it has become very popular because there's a lot of Spanglish-speaking people now, more and more and more. And we're seeing that togetherness come here in the language, and especially in the entertainment business. And, you couldn't be with a better PR firm than Espada. They're terrific in that respect. So what do you got looking forward to? What kind of things are you into in terms of films? Are you looking forward to action films as you grow older, or where do you see yourself?
I see myself like doing comedy because I want to be a comedian.
A stand-up comic?
Stand-up comedy, like Kevin Hart, or like my favorite comedian is actually I think you've heard of Gabriel Iglesias.
Oh, I love him.
Fluffy.
I've known him for a long time.
Or George Lopez.
George and I worked together at a radio station in Los
Yeah.
Angeles here, right?
Yeah. So that's or action of like Taekwondo. So
Yeah.
and
Yeah, so that.
Comedy and action and adventure.
So comedy is tough, man. Stand-up comedy is the thing about stand-up comedy, which is a lot of fun, is like you said on Broadway, you get that instant reaction to what you're doing. In stand-up comedy, you even get that vibe faster because the audience is right there
Oh
and
yes.
they're listening to just you. It's not like you have other actors on stage. There's not a storyline. They're just focused in on you and your 10 or 15 or 20 minutes, whatever you get.
Or
So,
hours.
well, that you work up to that, because you got to put together a great routine. Like people like Kevin Hart and Fluffy, they've been doing this for 20 years. So they can talk about anything and bring some storyline to it. But have you ever done any stand-up yet?
No, I've done like holes and like making little jokes there.
Yeah,
In auditions, I've done a little bit of a comedy,
right. Improv.
improvisation.
Yeah, I love improv. You like improv?
Yeah.
Improvisational comedy is
Yes.
fun. Skit comedy, that's fun. I love that. Like Saturday Night Live and stuff like that.
Oh, with like Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah, and all that stuff, absolutely. That kind of stuff is real fun because you get a chance to put all kinds of your talent together and highlight it in all kinds of different ways. So, have you had this bug in the entertainment business with you for a long time? I mean, like you were mentioning that you said, this is the kind of thing that I want to do.
Like acting
Yeah,
and
acting
dancing.
with your dad, and you mentioned, I like that. I mean, did it hit you, and you said, man, what is it about it that you like, other than the audience participation? What do you like about it? Do you
well-
like the creative part, or do you like to research about the thing you're trying to act, the character, or what is it that you like at your age in terms of that, other than the audience participation?
Like for like stage or film, like
Either way,
for like stage, I like get to express my emotions
right,
or like feelings
right,
onto the stage, or like for the film, I get to like show the audience members or like the TV, like who I am, and
Right.
that's what I like to do.
absolutely.
And I'm showing what I like to do. Like I'm showing I like to act, and I like to do comedy.
Right. So that's cool, man. Film is different. TV is different because you don't have as much time.
Mm-mm.
And it's like boom, 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 boom. It's done. Okay, take another take. And boom, boom, makeup, hair, whatever.
And for like it's like you said, it's very different because in musical like theater,
hmm
you only have one, and you have to do straight through. You can't
Straight
stop.
through.
You can't stop.
Have you
can't
ever
do
messed
anything.
up a line on stage?
Oof, like many times. I was
Tell me
I
one.
I was like 8 years old, and
Right.
I kept missing this line, revolutionary.
Right.
I was 8. I kept saying revolutionary.
Oh.
And then with this one time, I said it like 4 times,
Yeah.
and I was like, revol, and I just gave out. I was like revolutionary,
Yeah.
and I was like, yeah. So
Have you ever done anything where you like missed a line completely? Like another actor's boom, they're doing their thing, and then they go to you, and you blow the line, or you take a line somewhere else from somewhere else in the script, and accidentally insert it, and you realize, oh man, I did that, and then they have to react to get back to, kind of get back.
yes,
that
yes, yes.
They got to get back to the where they're going with it, and you
Yeah.
go, oh man, oh I got to get. Yeah, has that ever happened to you?
yes. Well, this one time I was like in the beginning of the scene in On Your Feet, I had to say like, oh, I forgot my line, and then I was like, I said another line from a different scene,
Right.
and I was like, wait, what? And I took a pause. I was like, and then I remembered my line. And I was like, oh,
Yeah, yeah, it's unsettling, isn't it? But yet your heart starts beating, and you go, "Oh no, I got to get back to it. I got to come back to it in a roundabout way." Wait till you start doing some classical stuff like Shakespeare. Have you ever done anything in Shakespeare yet? Played one of the younger roles or anything at this point? Wait till you start doing that, and you blow a line, and the whole
like
audience.
Cole.
Oh yeah, the whole audience knows the play because everybody that loves to go see Shakespeare knows every word and everything. And when you blow a line, they go, you hear the audience go, they gasp, right? It's a crazy feeling. I've been there. It's kind of, you go, oh man, I got to get back to this. How do I get back?
Sometimes it's like embarrassing for someone.
Yeah, it's very
but
embarrassing.
for like me, it's like mostly funny.
Yeah, yeah.
Not embarrassing, mostly like funny.
Right, right, absolutely. So, how long are you going to be in Los Angeles doing interviews and stuff?
Till Saturday and then Sunday and leave home.
Leave home. So you're banking up those frequent flyer miles. That's right. You brought the whole family with you too.
Yeah, I mean like the kid, like
Hmm.
his name is Jarek. Like he's like a brother to me.
Right.
And my dad is actually, and then the mother of Jarek.
Hmm.
They live here, and
Right.
then we live all the way in New Jersey.
Oh, okay. So you kind of have family and good friends here already. That's nice. You know, you got to have. That's one thing about entertainment business. You meet a lot of people, and you go a lot of places,
Yes.
and you see a lot of things, and you experience stuff that regular, normal folks, you know, who working every day don't have the opportunity to experience. That's one of the great, wonderful side effects of this crazy business that we call entertainment. You were a dance cup champion.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
So when I entered that dance, I started enjoying it, and then I was like, "Oh, I like dancing." And then that same year, my teacher, we started practicing, and my teacher put us in this competition called the World Salsa Championship, and then that was my first salsa championship, like for the first time, and that was in the same year I started dancing.
Right.
So in that year, in the salsa championship, I won first place.
Wow.
Yes, and then I did the whole Broadway stuff,
Uh-huh.
and then I came back to dancing, and then I went to the World Salsa Championship again in 2018, and I won first place again.
Man, I think dancing might be your thing.
Yes.
Absolutely. Hey, everybody, Eddie Hernandez, check him out. He's got a new project coming up that's going to be released this year. You can at least give us the name of the project? Can you tell us the name of it?
Puggle Trouble.
So look for Puggle Trouble coming up sometime here in spring of 2019. And you never know with this guy, if you're going back east, he's probably going to be doing another play because in order to get on Broadway, you got to be a triple threat, man. You got to act, you got to sing, and you got to dance. And if you can play an instrument, that's even better.
I do.
You know, so he's like the quadruple threat. Eddie Hernandez, thanks a lot, man, for checking in with us. 12 years old, you got a future ahead of you that's going to be grand. Taekwondo, martial arts, black belt already, dance champion. I mean, what more can a director ask for? Hire this guy, will you? Come on now. Got to get him out there and get the world to introduce himself to Eddie Hernandez. Maybe might see in the comedy circuit. Yeah. Absolutely.
The future.
Good looking young man. All right, great. I really appreciate you coming in, Eddie. Now, I'm going to have to ask a favor of you. I'm going to put you to work. I believe my second guest might be in the green room or outside. If you can, I appreciate that. Go see if Martin is out there, and if he is, send him in.
Okay.
And if he isn't, God bless you and your family.
Thank you.
And I wish you the best of luck. And, you know, I think great things are going to happen for you, man.
Thank you so much for bringing me on your show.
Hey.
This opportunity.
Hey, check it out on YouTube. You'll be podcasting later on tonight on Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn. So we had a great time with Eddie Hernandez, everybody, here on the Jesse T Show. In fact, you know what we should do right here in front of everybody? We should get a picture. And, Mom! I'm calling Mom. Mom! Think she's going to respond? Think Mom will hear us? Mom!
No, I don't think so.
We got to get Mom to take us a picture. Otherwise, we're taking a selfie here. That's right. Yes, I'm a glutton for pictures. Got to take pictures.
Should I take it right now?
Yeah, we're going to take it right now.
No, should I ask her to come here?
Yeah, go get your mom in here and see if Martin's out there too. All right, Eddie Hernandez, everybody. Yes, you're seeing the Jesse T Show. You know, we hide nothing. We let it go right here the way it should be, real, raw, down and dirty, baby. That's what we do. We kind of give you the ins and outs, the behind the scenes, and all of that cool stuff. That's what we do here with the Jesse T Show. You know, that's the way I like it. I like you guys to see the whole thing. Let's see if we can. There I am. Okay. Hey, is that you, Martin? Are you in there? Is Martin? Come on in. Come on, Martin. Are you there?
take a photo.
Oh, okay. Come on. Well, I'll get you in a second. I'm glad you're there. Just hang out. I'm finishing up with Eddie.
That's fine.
And we're taking pictures.
Okay, it's cool.
Is all right?
All right.
All right. Thank you. All right. We're going to take a couple of pictures here. Take some pictures with Eddie and Jesse T. Appreciate it very much. And if you could get a few of us here. I mean, I'm like groupie city now, right? Here, Mom. Oh, here. Take a couple pictures for us here. That's Eddie Hernandez, everybody. Appreciate that very much for you coming in. Can you figure out how to get? Is my camera working okay? Yeah, it's a Samsung. Yeah, it's my man. Hey, we're taking pictures now, so you just be patient over here, okay? Thank you. All right? It's part of the game, all right? Come on. Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Eddie, thank you, man. Appreciate it. Good luck to you, brother.
Thank you so much.
And want to see good things for you, okay? Mom and Dad.
Thank you.
And family. Take care of this young man.
Okay,
will you?
okay.
He's a talented boy. Martin, come on in. Oh, yeah. Yeah, come on down, man. You know, we just, we do this, we get down and dirty, raw and real.
My name is Ray.
Hey, Ray, how you doing? Where's Martin? Is he back there? You coming on with us today?
Yeah, he's coming.
Okay, bring that microphone down, and then I'll get you up here and kind of put you in the camera here. I have to switch it around just a little bit, and we'll get you and Martin on the camera here in just a second. So, hey, the Jesse T Show, continuing on here into our next half hour, and we have a brand new guest coming up. We're going to do the old camera switch on you right now. So this is what we're going to do. So we got you there, and what we're going to do is we're going to figure out a way to put Martin right here and you in the same camera. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Come on in, Martin.
Hey, how are you, my man?
Good, man. How are you doing, brother?
I'm doing great.
All right,
Yeah.
we're gonna try to figure it out here. So I gotta get you guys kind of scooting a little closer together.
Okay.
So I'm gonna
Come
put
on,
you
honey.
guys. Oh, baby. Oh, there you are.
There you go.
There's the dynamic duel. That's
Yeah.
right. Okay, sitting kind of close, but that's okay.
Yeah, we're doing great.
All right, man. Good. So this is your camera right here.
Okay.
And that's your mic, and that's your mic. So let me see. Let me bring this down just a little bit. Make sure we're all set up here. Hey, all this is going out live because that's just the way I do it.
That's great.
Man, I don't care what anybody sees. Yeah, I don't care. Except for the old lady when I was running down the street naked this morning.
Oh.
I don't think she wanted to see much of that. Of course, I can't see much of it either anywhere. Anyhow, so that happens when you get to a certain age. Everything kind of goes back in. It doesn't come out anymore. Wait, you're blushing, man. Okay.
Wow.
Well, yeah, I'm a little bit older than you, I think. I think
Yes.
I'm a little bit farther down. Well, maybe not. I don't
No.
know. Hey, man, I'm going to get your name right, so you make sure I pronounce it right. I mess up names sometimes, but Martin Santander.
Santander, yes.
Ah, I got it right.
And right.
Oh, whoa! I got the name right. How exciting is that, man? And he gives me his business card, looking good, as Freddie Prinze used to say.
Yes.
Looking good. 22 years old when Freddie Prinze took his life.
Wow.
He was shooting on the set that day, and he went up to his Wilshire condo, way up on top in Westwood and Beverly by UCLA. He had a 22nd floor up there, and he took his life. 22 years old.
Wow.
And that mean Freddie
yeah.
Prinze Jr. I loved Freddie Prinze
Yeah,
Jr.
the son, yeah.
back in the day.
Yeah.
Man, that guy was so talented and funny.
He
used to
was.
say, "Looking good."
Looking good.
Yeah, that was his kick. And we have Roma,
Ray.
Ray, and so hi Ray,
Hi.
and
Gallardo.
Gallardo.
Yeah.
All right, terrific. So we got a lot to talk about, man. We're gonna play one of the clips from your newest film.
No, CAFE CON LECHE.
Yeah, about human trafficking. And I don't know if you guys know, I'm the director here in Los Angeles of the Coalition Against Human Trafficking.
That's great.
Caught.
That's
Oh,
great.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, CAFE CON LECHE is a really hot topic right now.
It's a very hot topic, and it actually has been an epidemic. And I've been fighting this for 10 years, way before Hollywood and a lot of the superstars like Crutcher and stuff got involved in it, and Jada Smith and all that. They got involved in that. I was out. We cleaned up a place in the San Fernando Valley called the Corridor, the Lancashire Corridor. And it was a 100-year systemic problem of pimping and prostitution and human trafficking. and primarily an African American problem with a lot of African American boys and girls. It's turned into, we got that cleaned up. I got on the scene in 4 years. We cleaned up that problem, and it's beautiful there now. But the problem has changed because in the last couple of years, MS-13, El Norte, Mexican Mafia, the cartels, 18th Street.
It moves to Latin America now. From South America to Central America to North America.
Yeah, and they're very violent people.
Yes, they are.
Very dangerous. Much more dangerous than a lot of the African American people that were involved in that and on the human trafficking. These human traffickers, they're very, very dangerous people. So, it's a big topic right now. And I don't know what your feelings are about the wall and the border, and that can be your own feelings. I'll express mine. We need that as part of it, and all the other things that they can do, because we got to do everything we can to stop that. And this movie is a terrific topic about that, isn't it?
Absolutely. It was, excuse me, it was something that I definitely, I'm the director of the film, but it was something we definitely wanted to kind of touch on in the film, especially since one of the focal main themes of the film is family, and there's a separation between the two families, but I definitely wanted to kind of bring that into light, and also just I think I kind of feel as passionate as you in that regard.
Well, I just hate kids that are hurt. And most of the kids, according to the FBI, and I won't lament too much on this because I preach about this all the time, so everything's on the tip of my tongue when it comes to this topic matter. But most of the kids, according to the FBI, are between 12 and 14 years old when they're kidnapped, abducted, taken away. And average age is 14, boys and girls. It doesn't make any difference to them. Traffickers will make money on anything that they can. And whether it's sex slavery, which we were involved in because of the Lancashire corridor, and that's what the primary problem was for that area. But there's all kinds of trafficking of adults and body parts and all these things, which are just horrendous and terrible. And it's these young people or anybody only lives about 7 years from the time that they are abducted, and their families never see them again, and they never see their families. So it's a horrible, horrible mess that this world is in.
Actually, right now we're working kind of in a movie, which we are addressing the body parts. The lady who's it's a lady who's it's a girl who's in the med school to be a doctor, but she can afford to pay for school.
Right.
And she started stealing like drugs from the school to sell it. But she got caught and she got expelled.
Right.
But she was mostly towards the end of the career.
So she was almost becoming a doctor.
And this guy who's a body part trafficker.
Yeah.
Hired her. I want to hire you just to bring me part from people. And she became one of the biggest killer for the guy.
Yeah, it's really, it's unnerving when you think about it that people could do that to people just for money.
Yeah.
Just for money and power.
And we're working on that script right now, and it's supposed to be pretty good, actually. Ray and I, we worked together when it came to scripts.
Right.
That's the kind of the movie we do together.
So you were terrific in the movie. I saw the trailer. We're going to play that here.
Oh, thank you.
And you're being touted as the next action star. Yeah, man. Well, you got the Hollywood looks, baby.
No, thank you. Thank you.
You look like you're a big guy, so you could pull it off, right?
Well, actually, Ray, mostly everything have thanks to Ray, because it's like the director who mostly give me all the good tips to do the right part.
You guys had a good relationship in terms of characterization and understanding the character and the storyline and stuff.
Yeah, I think it's something. It's a mistake when it came to the director and actor.
Yeah.
Like we don't talk too much.
Right.
But he came to me and said something in my ear. I said, "Just do this."
Right.
And walk away.
Right.
I said, why you came to me and just says one word and you go to the actor and tell like whole speech?
Big monologue, right? Right.
And he said, because you don't need it.
Yeah. So the name of the movie is CAFE CON LECHE.
Yeah.
And I said we're gonna get to that in a few minutes. But just to dip into your career a little bit, your wonderful PR firm, Espada, and Camille and Jasmine over there. I love them. They're terrific. But I mean, you participated with Danny Trejo.
Danny Trejo, Mark Ruffalo,
Yeah.
Eva Longoria.
Yeah, I know Eva's brother, the musician.
Yeah, Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah.
I was in True Blood, and yeah, I did a lot of really good films, and I was
Yeah.
doing a lot of auditions like for the Riddick,
Yeah.
Contraband, and
Right.
I got just good chances. I got a good agent,
Yeah.
and now good PR,
Right.
and this guy who just believed in me.
And a good director, right? Right?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
That's the key in Hollywood. Somebody who has to believe in you.
You have to find a group, a team. Especially in independent filmmaking, because you have to have a team. Otherwise, you can't count on just people. So when your team's together all on the right page,
Yeah.
isn't that true as a director?
Yeah. It's hard enough. So wanting the right people behind everything
Right.
is important. So.
Danny Trejo must have been fun to work with, though.
Oh, it's a super.
Isn't he a great guy?
He's a super funny guy.
Yeah, he's funny as heck.
When I said, well, you have to work with Danny Trejo, and I said, well, this guy is going to be like super big and super serious. It's the opposite.
Yeah.
It's not that big. It's maybe 5'7", 5'8" top,
Yeah.
but super funny.
Yeah.
Super funny. Super
Yeah.
funny. By then, I had my long hair, and he was making fun of me, and just said, oh, you're too gray, and throwing jokes, and it's super funny. Like the opposite what you see on the screen.
Right. Oh yeah, he is, and all of that. Everybody pretty much has their regular life, their real life. What you see on the screen is never, except maybe some of the actors of yesteryear, like Marilyn Monroe and stuff, who were really actually the same type of person off screen as they were on. Marlon Brando was very much what he was on screen. He was that off screen as too, but that was a different realm, a different time, a different psychological thing that was going on with the people at that time. But pretty much everybody is not what they are on screen, you know? I mean, otherwise we'd have a bunch of maniacs running around this town in Hollywood. But you worked with Val Kilmer, you were Sympathy for Delicious, or Orlando Bloom. You worked, you did the soap opera thing, like you said, Eva Longoria, Kate Del Castillo, Warrior Heart, and the list goes on and on and on. It takes time to get somewhere in this business, doesn't it?
I think mostly the time you have to be just have that light. Just be at the right time and just meet the right people.
Yeah.
Because my main job, mostly, I'm an accountant. I'm a CPA.
You see? He's doing taxes right now, baby.
Yeah.
He's like learning the new Trump 2018 tax reforms, which are insane everywhere. It's all over the page.
It's a mess.
It's a mess. I know. I'm doing my taxes right now
mess.
with a 1031, and I got some OICs I'm doing with the IRS, offering compromise for those of you who don't know.
I know.
And it's just
Crazy.
My guy is just like,
If it was before, it was worse. Now it's got.
well, at least I knew what was. Since Reagan, I knew
Yeah.
what it was all about, and I maneuvered it. But this is all new.
It's new. Yeah. And kind of like me, my start in Hollywood was like almost 12 years ago.
Yeah.
When I had my long hair,
Right.
and kind of was a kind of
Yeah.
different kind of accountant, and
Right.
and I was close to.
Wait a minute. You were like the Ben Affleck accountant, right? Right. I was going to say, wait a second. I'm not taking you to any farm to drive in a truck. From that scene, the accountant where he beats up that guy, no
wow.
way, and shoots him with that. Right? Remember
Well,
that scene?
Well, he can tell. I live in a farm.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
So maybe you're onto something.
Oh, wait a second, man. I don't know. We're not talking Brokeback Mountain here, are we?
No,
okay.
no.
Sorry. I just, what can I tell you? My mind just goes all. I've got AARPTTNDFGHAKK psychology. It's all over the place. But what kind of farm? Where's it at?
Well, it's,
don't give it away.
No,
right?
no, just like I live in North California, like
Yeah.
Sacramento.
Oh, nice,
a
man.
place called City Lodi.
Yeah, Lodi. I love Lodi, man.
And this is where I reside and where I work. And but I came to LA like every 2 weeks just for auditions and
Doing this
pictures,
stuff.
meetings.
Yeah.
And sometimes like after so many years, I learned how to reject scripts.
Yeah.
So I said, I don't want to do it because I don't want to be this guy.
You don't want to be typecasted.
Yeah.
I don't want to play that part. That guy's too mean.
Mm.
And so now, were you bit by the directorial bug when you were 12 years old? I mean,
Yeah, I would say so.
yeah. You were directing your friends and stuff with the
absolutely.
camera, the iPhone, I guess, because you're very young. What are you, only 18?
No. Thank you.
No, that's 25 cents after the show. You think it's free? What are you talking? This is Jesse T. I don't do nothing for free. Well, maybe I do a lot. I do some things for free.
We were filming on like beta and things like that.
Yes, beer and pizza, man. And a couple breakfast burritos, man. Thank you very much. And some lasagna and cannoli. So I'm all mixed up. Mexican and Italian.
Yeah,
man. Yeah, my rear end is doing some crazy crap on Tuesday night. It don't know whether to be Italian that night or Mexican that night. That's right. Well, anyhow, so I mean, you were bit by the bug young.
Yeah, absolutely. I actually have a background in animation, and I kind of just looked at storytelling was something I really wanted to do. So.
Right.
And then that just kind of graduated into film.
But not into writing, but into directing, telling stories
yeah.
through your animation and directing, right?
Yeah.
Well, that is you have to have a vision, and you got to love stories to be in this business. And when you have a relationship like you guys have, you kind of can really jump into the heart of these stories.
The key part of that is like the first time we met, we were doing like a short film,
right.
a western.
And that's not film for short people, is it?
No.
Last week, a missing boy's body was found dumped outside the city. We're trying to track routes, schedules, specific shipments. Innocent men, women, and children, all victims of human trafficking. Meeting with a district attorney is not exactly undercover. Now, all those shipments you've been busting are believed to be connected with this man, Alvaro Manrique.
He plays with emotions until he gets his way.
My office reaches out to your agency because we need your help.
Boys were ruling the world to please the man that brought them into it.
Cafe con leche.
There you go.
We should make a movie about you as an accountant.
Down in Mexico City. That's cool, man.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
That's really cool. I was commenting to the fellas. I was trying to figure out what city it was that, as I bring us back up here, let me see if I can figure that one out too. Let's see. I got to go here, and I got to go here. Yes. Normally I have somebody helping me, but today, there we go. There we are.
All right.
I'm on my own.
There you go.
Doing pretty good.
Doing great.
But I was trying to figure out what city that was.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you're onto something. Mexico City. They got all the things that any other city has.
Yes. It's a beautiful city. People so helpful.
Yeah.
We run into a few difficulties on it, but other than that, it was amazing. It was amazing.
Yeah.
So Cafe con Leche. Now, you got distribution on this?
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
The company on the top of the trailer is Adler. Right now it's like on 700 screens on the East Coast.
Gosh, that's great. Is that exciting or what?
Exciting.
I'm making money. I'm making some money back. Yeah, right? That's always a good thing, right?
Yeah.
Well, the investor are really happy.
Yeah, the investor's already happy. Now you got to put another 800 out there to make your money, right? But that's how it goes. You get 800, then you get 800 more, and you get 800 more, and you get your distribution going. It kind of snowballs a little bit.
Kind of like the way we work together is because I surrendered my salary as an actor just to put more into the movie.
Right.
And kind of he said, well, I would take a cut on my paycheck too, just to cover my expenses, but the rest of the money going to the movie. Like, we make a lot of sacrifices for the movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
I remember having to buy some little Christmas lights for the scene we had because there was no one around to do it.
Right. Yeah, so you have to go do it yourself, right?
I'll go find some.
Well, look, you guys can hire me. I'll work for free. You know, I mean, I'll do anything but dishes. I don't do dishes, and most people know that. I hate doing dishes. Paper plates and plastic forks. Thank you. Get that way out of here. Right?
Yeah.
But that's terrific. So what's in the making? What's next for you both?
You got it now.
As we run out of time.
I'm actually trying to develop our third film.
Right. Okay. Which we talked about a little bit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm still passionate about the human trafficking aspect, so I'm kind of working through that.
Well, if you need any help with that, I mean, I've been on this thing for 10 years.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So I'm in the streets.
Yeah.
I'm just not a paper push. I mean, confronting.
Yeah,
Confronting the bad guys.
Now, mostly the topic will be this girl doing like this organ trafficking.
Yeah.
No, mostly killing the people.
A lot of people don't know that. That's
stealing
big.
Stealing the organs, yes.
That's one of the biggest areas where they
Yes.
make money, especially in the Orient. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable to believe that.
Yeah, definitely would love to, pick your brain about that.
Yeah, well, we'll talk.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that, and maybe I got some contacts for you at some levels of government that might be able to help out.
That
in
would be
this
great,
respect.
yeah.
The congressmen and things like that. But how about you, my friend Martin? What you got cooking besides this project? Are you doing other
Actually,
projects?
today I got a phone call from Mexico to offer to do some kind of like a TV series in Mexico in Espanol.
Oh, nice. A Telemundo kind of thing, novela kind of thing.
Argos.
Yeah.
For Telemundo, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
And there's a new series they do like about whatever they do.
Right.
But I don't know. I'm not sure yet right now.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to pick my roles,
Right.
and I have a really good team behind me, just helping me just to choose.
Right.
And everything goes through to Ray, kind of like my best friend. And
Right.
As a Ray brings things, should I do this? Should I
Right.
done? And
Right.
he gave me ideas and said, well, just hold back on this one. And just
Right.
yeah, kind of the way it work. I'm not rushing to do anything because I already passed the part at the beginning.
Right.
I was doing everything and anything.
Oh, just to
Available.
get, yes, absolutely.
Yeah. But when you get to a point like when just people know you and just you become a union and you got an agent and you got a PR, you better decide what to do. Just pick the right film, the right script, and feel happy to do it.
Yeah, that's the important thing,
He's definitely an actor who really puts in the work.
I saw just in the trailer alone, you can see some of his work, not a lot of it because you're cutting through it, but yeah, man, you've got the look and you've got the ability, and 800 theaters, that thing's cracking, man.
Yeah.
That thing could be the launch for a lot of other things for you guys in terms of working together. I hope so too.
Yeah, I hope so too. Yeah, I hope so too.
Man, I'll drive you guys around for 33 cents an hour. Okay, it went up a little bit. Okay, I'm sorry. Inflation lasts more 4 or 5 minutes. Okay, thank you. Boy, he's understandable. I see why you like him. Hey man, can I get $20 from you? I know there's a limit to everything. Absolutely. Well, look at Martin. It's great to have you in here. And
thank you for the invitation.
And Raul, Ray, thank you, Ray
Gallardo.
Gallardo or Gallardo?
Gallardo. Yeah.
Ray Gallardo, like that name. Cool, man. Look for him on other things, directing other things, and as well as his own projects. The name of your company?
525 Films. In the back of the car,
Very nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Let me show this off a little bit.
525 Films.
525 Films. Very cool, man.
Yeah.
These guys got a great flick that's happening right now. Go check it out. I guess you could see some of it online. Is it on Amazon Prime or anything like that yet?
Amazon Prime right now.
First
Callejero.
Yeah.
On Amazon Prime.
That's the street fighting, the basement fighting.
Google Play.
It's on all pretty much major streaming platforms.
Yeah.
Callejero or Street King. You can look those two up.
Right.
And then in terms of CAFE Con Leche, it's playing on the East Coast in New Jersey at the 5 and 8 Cinema. However, we are bringing it on this side of the country.
Right. It's going to explode when it gets here because that looks like a great.
It was a good move from marketing people, from distribution, just to say, well, put it down there first to create a little like, why not here first?
Right.
Yeah.
People are getting more anxious to see it. Yeah.
Well, you know, everything has its time and place, right?
Yes.
You know, I mean, that's kind of what it's all about. Everything has its time and place.
Yes.
On the Jesse T Show, good to have you along with me. I'm looking for my outro music. I can't figure it out here. Lee, I need you wherever you're at, but you're doing what you got to do, so we'll kind of figure it out here. Good to have you guys in here. Thank you very much. Can't wait for the premiere when it does come here. I want to be on the red carpet.
Sure
I want to be, having fun with you guys and causing a ruckus, because that's my mischievous soul.
And there's some tequila.
Oh, well, why'd you have to say that?
That's my favorite drink.
Absolutely, man. Thanks for checking in. The best of luck to you. Love the trailer. We're going to add it in production later into the show. It's already in the show, but we'll highlight it a little different. We're podcasting right now as soon as we say bye on YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Snap, Twitch. Man, it sounds like I'm a paraplegic on steroids or something. I mean, when you start talking about that, some people, why do they come up with these weird names for stuff? All right. Hey, guys. Martin, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Ray. Hey, we're out of here on the Jesse T Show. Let me see if I can figure this one out here. I'm going to come over here, and bear with me, fellas, because I can't figure anything out. And so I think I'm just going to play this again and see what happens. Because when you leave a lot of buttons up to me, I start pressing. There it is. There it is. Absolutely. All right, guys. Thanks all for checking in. The Jesse T Show right here every day of the week, Monday through Friday at 5 o'clock. And we're going to be out tomorrow on the streets, Dan the Man and I. So stick around for that. You have a good one. We'll see you, man. And I'm going to hold you to 33 cents. All right? And I want to go to the farm and pick some cherries.
Anytime you want, give me a call.
And you can come down to my 500 acres in Laramie, Wyoming.
Oh, let's go.
And we can shovel snow, because that's all that's happening there right now. I'll talk to you guys later, man. Thanks a lot, guys. All right.
Thank you. That's amazing.